Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Ozone 3. It's been a couple weeks, but in our last episode, or actually I guess technically the first episode of the series, we ended up getting a lot done. Before we get started with today's stuff, let me give you guys some quick updates on everything we got finished. The number one, probably biggest thing is we have a Cobblestone Generator, I can say words, which has been producing a ton of cobblestone, which we'll use kind of for some sieving. Which I did a little bit of sieving off camera as well, just to get some extra resources. You can see that we're doing pretty well on that, and hopefully we'll get some more automation set up today. We also have done a lot of tree growing and have a decent source of wood and saplings, which we'll use for dirt. And we also started our lava production with a crucible, and one of the bigger things that we have is our mob farm. So mobs have been spawning here, been doing a little bit of farming some different mobs just to get some different drops, mainly some of the bones and the loot bags as well, because they do drop some loot bags. And actually I kept a couple here, so let's open these and see what we get. So yeah, there you go, look, some free iron, easy peasy, an ender pearl, ooh, that's actually a big one, and some catalyzing. Hold on, what do these do? Oh, these are gunpowder. Oh, these are a lot of gunpowder. Okay, let's go and convert that. We're making some really good progress. And we also made some really good progress on our quest lines last time as well. I'm gonna be honest, I thought we had more done than that, but today, hopefully, my goal is we're gonna make some nice tools, upgrade from our lame stone tools here, as well as hopefully getting maybe a smeltery today. I'm not really sure. We'll see how much we get done and how long everything takes. So without further ado, let's get started. As is with most mod packs nowadays, this pack uses Tinker's Construct for some of the different tools that you can make that are just better than the vanilla ones. So our next quest up here is kind of working us through getting the initial Tinker stuff ready to go. And while I'm making some of this stuff, I just kind of want to give you guys a quick update. Obviously the video schedule has kind of slowed down just a little bit, and a lot of that comes down to how busy I've been with college. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, luckily this is actually my last week of classes, so be ready for the upload schedule to kind of return back to normal, or even increase more than just once a week in the coming days here. But anyways, there we go, we got another quest complete. I don't actually know where I want to put this stuff yet. Our base is kind of looking a little ugly, so hopefully we'll come up with a good idea for where we want to put stuff, and kind of make things look a little bit nicer in the near future. But we're just gonna make a small little section for everything and get all of the different tables up and ready to go. And there is a slight order to the madness here, because if you put, yeah, there you go, if you put some of them together, you'll see that they actually like work together. So you can see that you can access the pattern chest from the part builder. So the first tool that we're going to probably make is a Matic, and Matics are really good early game because you can actually use them as weapons too. And I believe this pack has iguana tweaks or something similar to that mod in it, which allows you to level up your tools as you use them. So making some tools early would be super helpful, because then, you know, as we're using them for, you know, everything we're doing, they're actually gaining experience and getting better while we're using them too. So I'm going to go ahead and just make some, or at least make our Matic out of the really early flint and bone, which is obviously not the best, but it's pretty much the best of the early resources we have now. So let's go ahead and switch this over to Matic and go ahead and make our Flint Matic. So this can be used as a shovel, an axe, and it's technically not a weapon, but it can be used as a weapon, and when you use it, you actually gain experience. You can see we have 0 XP. If we grow a tree real quick, and we use our Matic to cut it down, you'll see that it just went up 4 experience because we just broke 4 blocks. So normally that would take a really long time. You have to break 500, you know, wooden or like dirt blocks in order to go to the next level. But what we can instead do is go to our mob farm over here, and you'll see when we hit that guy, or actually that's right, you need to kill him for it to to work. Also, this creeper is slightly terrifying me, not gonna lie. There we go. We killed him, and you can see the XP jumped up a ton. Was that 30 XP for just killing one mob? So, super overpowered, and will really help us out early game. I also just realized I forgot the most important part of making all the tinker stuff. We get to claim our reward. Let's go and grab that and see what we have up next. So there are a couple different directions we could go. We go and start with Bonsai Pots. Bonsai Pots are a really good early game resource generation. Or upgrade our Cobblestone Generator, go to the Nether, get some carrots, some iron meshes, that might not be a bad idea. Some auto sifting, some mob farming, which we're kind of working on now. And then the other one is the tinker stuff. So it looks like won't double ore alloy be needed to get the smeltery. Okay. So I think Project Ozone 3 changes tinkers in a way. We're not able to just make the smeltery right away. So we're going to have to make the porcelain stuff first, which means we're going to need to get some clay. So let's make some clay real quick. One more thing while I'm breaking all this stuff up. The first episode, or I guess last episode, ended up being ridiculously long. And just so you guys know, that is not the plan for normal. These videos will be a little bit longer than kind of some of the other series you'll see, but I definitely don't plan on making each video 50 or so minutes, because that was a bit crazy. And last one, there we go. Okay, that should be plenty of clay, and we are going to need some bone meal, which I think we have 4 bones. Okay, I don't think that's going to be enough, but it might be pretty close. So let's go ahead and break up this clay. We won't break up all of it yet, because it might be nice to hold on to some of the blocks later in case we need them. So let's drop that off, and let's see how much porcelain clay we need here. So we need to make a melter, a tank, a faucet, a casting basin, and a table. So both of those I know are 7. That's 3. So, oh boy, here we go. See if we can do this math in our head here. And those, I think the tank is 8, and I think the melter is also 8. But let's double check. Oh, it's not. Okay. So we need 5 there. We're going to need at least 32. So let's just go ahead and make as much porcelain clay. Yeah, we are not even close. Which means we're going to have to head back over to our mob farm. So maybe it might not be a bad idea for us to just go ahead and make an automatic mob farm. Normally I don't do that this early, but it might not be a terrible idea. And we could just make like a vanilla one where it drops them a certain number of blocks. Alright, I've cut down a bunch of trees, and now we have plenty of resources for an automatic mob farm. So I kind of decided that instead of spending time working on kind of some automated sieving, an automated mob farm would probably be better worth our time early game here. So let's go and clear these guys out of here. And nice, of course that broke right when I was about to. Classic. One thing that did happen while I was clearing out some of the trees is I was kind of hoping to catch it on camera, but I missed it. But our Matic actually upgraded from its first level. So I don't know if you guys remember, but before it was I don't remember what the basic level was, but this is 1 level higher, so you'll see it says level comfortable now. And also the modifiers has increased from 3 to 4. So I actually kind of remembered incorrectly how the tool leveling up system works in this pack. But basically we get extra modifiers for every time we level up our tool, which means that, you know, once it's at a really high level, we'll have a ton of modifiers and we can make it extremely quick, have a ton of durability, and even throw like some fortune or silk touch on it as well. Okay, so now that we have cleared that up, let's go ahead and pretty much just undo everything we did last time and completely break all of our farm here. And I just instantly broke our Matic again, but that is fine. And one more thing, let's go and break these. We don't want to leave any blocks that are kind of like the normal height that aren't on the bottom half, because the second we walk away there'll be like 100 mobs that spawn on them. So I've learned my lesson through through years of streaming skyblock packs, because I always forget that. I go back to my base and then I turn around and there's like 100 creepers chasing me. So, okay, let's drop off all these mob drop things. You can see we're already getting a ton of loot bags and stuff just from those, you know, couple of mobs that I killed. So this is definitely going to be well worth our time. Now, we could make a like totally normal vanilla mob farm where we just drop them like 24 blocks or whatever it is, and that would work, although there is another thing that modded adds called spikes. So these will actually do damage to mobs and still have them drop their normal stuff. Although I guess, so the iron spikes will kill them, and then the golden spikes drop experience, and the diamond spikes drop the player kill only items. So eventually we'll definitely want to get to the diamond spikes, or we could make, oh yes, these do not count as player kills. So, and let's see, stone, it doesn't say what the difference between stone and iron is. Do you need to upgrade them? You don't. Okay, so maybe we'll make, we'll just start out with some wooden spikes. It'll be super simple, and then once we get enough iron to make the iron spikes, or maybe we'll just go straight from wooden to diamond. That way, early game when we're using the wooden spikes, it's kind of doubling as a XP farm as well. So let's go ahead and get this built. I'm gonna use a pretty simple design, which I'm sure you guys have seen before, or if you just played vanilla, then you'll know what's coming. But basically, the idea is we're gonna create a nice little spawning platform, or not a spawning platform, this is actually the killing platform here. And it, ooh, I'm very glad I caught myself. Ooh. See, look at that, I almost forgot again. Okay, I'm very glad I caught myself before we went up our like 20 or so blocks, because we definitely are gonna want a water bucket. Okay, so this is gonna be where we put our spikes, and then we will put some half slabs here just for the extra, or just for the to kind of help us out with the lighting levels a little bit, similar to what we did before. Drop some torches here. Probably don't need to do all those, but it's fine. Maybe we'll just do 2. We're kind of hurting on torches a little bit, and we're going to need them later. So then we're going to go ahead and go up, and the reason I'm making it, normally I make it 2 by 2, but we're going to make this one 3 by 3. That way the spiders have a little bit greater of a chance of actually falling all the way down and not just climbing up the walls. So because we're using spikes, it doesn't really matter how far up we go. We don't want to go more than 24, because, well, actually I'm not sure how that works. If a mob drops and dies of fall damage on a spike, if that would still count as a player kill with like a diamond spike. But we're just gonna not go up that far. The only reason we want to go up a decent amount is so that when we're standing at the bottom of it, kind of like around our base, the mobs can actually still spawn, and they aren't capped off by the regular, you know, spawning radius that there is around you, which I don't remember how many blocks that is off the top of my head, but it's something like that. Okay, I think this is probably high enough, and I was about to build our next section, but then I got a pretty good idea to kind of make our base look a little bit nicer. So we're gonna use our water bucket to let ourselves down here, and we are going, oh, did I lose the torch? Oh, I might have lost the torch. See, it probably just, yeah, there it is. Okay, leave that there. And I decided it would be a good idea to use some cobblestone, since we have an infinite source of cobblestone. Use some cobblestone to make the top look a little bit nicer, and that way we don't just have a bunch of oak everywhere, which it's going to be a pretty common theme early. Everything's going to be oak planks and stuff. But don't worry, in the future we'll actually make things look a little bit nicer to go along with all of our crazy machines and stuff that we have to do. So we're gonna use our water bucket to ladder ourselves up. It's a pro Minecraft tip for you right there. And now that we are at the top here, I didn't actually count. I think that was 20 blocks, but I don't remember exactly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building the actual spawning platforms. So normally you could make this a 1 block. In fact, normally I make it a 1 block gap, but this time we're going to make it a 2 block gap. That way any mobs that fall into these channels can't get back on to the spawning platform, which is going to be a pretty important aspect of this. So we'll go ahead and build these out, and we're going to build this section out 7 blocks, including this, so that when we use our water streams, the water will fit perfectly. And actually here, let's use oak slabs for this. So we'll go out 7 blocks, or actually technically 8 blocks because it counts the source block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we go all the way over, bring this through, not misplace too many slabs. And then we'll bring this guy all the way around. And bring the back wall as well. And then this will be our spawning platform. So I'm going to go and copy this same design all the way around to all 4 quadrants. And I don't have enough torches, which actually could be a pretty big issue because we might get a bunch of mobs spawning here. So hopefully in the time it takes me to build some of this, the sun will go up. So one thing I just came up with that might help us out or help speed this process up is I ended up making a stone builder's wand, which if you don't know what these are, it lets you place up to 5 blocks at a time, which is kind of super useful for what we're doing right now. I also decided to use some slabs for these sections just because I was actually running a little bit low on cobblestone and didn't want to have to go all the way back to the bottom. But I think we're gonna have to go back and get some more here in just a little bit. But it's all good because we have a automatic cobblestone generator that is producing cobblestone as we speak. Alrighty, we have finished all 4 quadrants. We now have some nice floors for all of the mobs to spawn. So the next step is going to be building up our walls here. And, well, actually, let's do our water streams first. So while I went down to get some of the extra cobblestone, I grabbed another water bucket. So we can go ahead and make a infinite water source up here. And what we're going to do is put our water buckets at all the ends, and you'll see that it works perfectly. It goes right to the edge. Gives that 8 blocks that we counted out. And we'll just fill in all of the water here. There is something that the mod pack adds called Conveyor Belts and fans that will actually push mobs, which would probably be better, but we can't quite afford them yet. So that'll be something that we do in the future here. But those are a lot better because then the endermen that spawn will actually be able to be pushed through the water streams, as opposed to normally when endermen touch water, they just instantly teleport away. So those will be a lot better, and it'll kind of help get rid of the spiders as well, because the spiders are still going to kind of climb up against the walls and mess things up. But this is a super early game mob farm, so anything is better than nothing. So we now have all of our water streams up and running, and yep, those all look good. So let me actually grab one more here, because we're going to need that for us to get down so we don't take a bunch of fall damage. And then we will go ahead and build up the walls here. And we are trying to race the sun. Where's the sun at? Okay, we have a little bit of time. We want to finish this ideally before the sun goes down, so we don't have to worry about mobs spawning. But we're going to be cutting a little bit close here. So we're going to do wooden planks for the walls here. Nothing too crazy. I'm building it up 2 for now, but I think we're actually going to go up 3 blocks before putting the roof on. That way the enderman can spawn. Again, like I mentioned, the endermen aren't going to be able to teleport out of our farm, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But once we switch over the water to either fans or conveyor belts, then we won't have to worry about it. So, alright, we've made it 3 blocks up. And then the last step is going to be to put the roof on. And we're going to make another stone wand for us real quick here. And it is important that we make the roof of this half slabs on the, again, the bottom half of the block, because we don't want mobs spawning on top of the farm, obviously. We could make a bunch of torches and torch the top of it, but I don't have any other torches on me right now, so this will have to do. Just like that, we have a automatic mob farm. Oh wait, I should probably fill all these in too. Okay, we almost have an automatic mob farm. And I'm out of slabs again. Oh, we're almost out of cobblestone. Cool, there we go. Now our mob farm is complete. So let's water bucket off the side here. If I was really MLG, I would fall and try to catch myself, but I don't trust myself, especially on half slabs. So the mob farm is complete. We'll go ahead and block that up. And now mobs should start falling any second here if we did it right. Hopefully I didn't leave a torch up there. That would be not fun. But before they start falling, let's go ahead and make some spikes really quick, because that is going to be very important. All right, this is getting a little bit rough here. But you can already see that we have a ton of drops, so the mob farm is definitely working. All right, there we go. Crisis averted. We officially got our mob farm back up and running, and you can see that we are already getting way too many drops for our own good here. So let's go ahead and make some double chests for some of the mob drops. Here, just drop everything off first. Throw our double chest down. And drop all of this stuff off. So let's drop everything that's not a loot bag in one, and then we'll put all the loot bags on this side. Okay, there we go. Inventory fixed, so we are definitely doing good now. The next step, though, is going to be to, well, A, automatically kill the mobs so we don't have to come punch them, and B, pick up all the items as well. Let's take a quick break from that and open some loot bags here and see what we got. A sweeping edge, that's an interesting one. Some paper, some wheat. Okay, let's open all of our common bags first. Lost tablet, gunpowder, torches. You can see that we're just, like, the loot stuff is just all over the place. And even though it's not all necessarily super useful, just having it this early game is going to be awesome. Okay, Squid Beak. An enchanted scroll of feather falling. Allows you to fall slowly. Right click to cast a spell for 10 minutes. That's pretty cool. And then a witch's hat. Ooh, we gotta wear the witch's hat. Oh yeah. Wait, why isn't it like pointy? We got a music disc. Cool, cool. And what do we got? Obsidian, engineer's blueprints, and pumpkin seeds. Spider drop. Cool. Got some interesting stuff there. I don't think we got anything too crazy, but I'll definitely take it. That scroll is kind of interesting. But the good news is we have 22 bones now, which should be more than enough for making our porcelain heater. Let's push this guy off the edge. I don't trust myself to not look at him. Okay, so porcelain, unfired porcelain clay, and grab our extra clay, and let's start crafting all of the things for our quest line here. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so porcelain melter, and we're gonna need a tank. So I think we're gonna need 2 tanks, because I think we need a tank for the melter as well. Yep, we do. And we also need some glass, which we have some. Okay, so let's get some more bone meal set aside. I don't know how many porcelain clay we're gonna need, so I'm trying not to overcraft yet. But let's get started with our 2 tanks. Wait, did I miss something? What's happening here? That's the gauge. Wait, where's the tank? Porcelain tank. Oh, porcelain brick. Oh, okay. I see. I see where I made a mistake here. Alright, so let's grab some of our coal. And let's smelt up a bunch of porcelain clay. Okay, we have all of our porcelain bricks now, so let's get everything crafted. So I know we need at least one tank. Now, part of the melter. So it does say we only need one. I'm not sure if when we make the melter, if it has like a tank in it, because it kind of looks like it does. So let's place this down somewhere, just kind of see what. Okay, it doesn't have any UI or anything. So let's just go and make another tank. If we end up wasting 8 clay, then that's fine. Okay, so we need one of those. Then we'll go ahead and make our faucet. Oh, did I? Man, I'm getting all of these recipes wrong. Okay, we can go and make the casting table and basin. I know those. There we go. So then, yeah, the last thing is the faucet. So what did I get wrong here? Oh, you make that with the... Okay, I see. And we'll actually leave the bones here because I think we're going to be needing a decent amount of that. So there we go. That is the quest complete. Get our rack and our awesome music. And the next thing is going to see if we can figure out how to use this thing, because I am very comfortable with the Tinker's Smeltery, but I do not remember how this thing works at all. So let's see what we can figure out here. So place above a porcelain heater or tank to fuel. Okay, so porcelain tank goes on the bottom. And then our porcelain heater or melter goes on top. There we go. Oops. There we go. So now we have, nice, we have the UI. And then I think we can do a faucet on the side and put our table and basin down. And then I made some extra lava while we were waiting. At least I started some. And I think we can throw this in the tank. Yep, the fuel. No fuel found. Hopefully that's not the case. And the main thing that we are aiming for is seared bricks. So I think, yeah, it looks like you can only make seared bricks by getting seared stone, which is just grout in a... Or compressed cobblestone. Interesting. Oh, at 400 degrees. Okay. So yeah, we need to make some grout, throw that in a melter, and that will make our seared stone, which we'll use to eventually make our actual smeltery. But the good news is we got a absolute ton done today. I think that is going to do it for today's episode. So we have a automatic mob farm, which you can see is working away over there. We'll upgrade those spikes in the near future. We have our first step to creating ore doubling, and we're in a really good place. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. Again, I apologize for the lack of videos over the past couple of weeks, but the good news is summer is right around the corner, and we're actually returning to a very consistent streaming schedule this coming Wednesday as well. So make sure to follow us on Twitch if you haven't already. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, because there's going to be a lot of videos coming your way very soon. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day today. And I'll see you guys next time for the next video. Thanks for watching.